Hi, this is Katie. In today's video, I'm gonna do a little behind the scenes of a YouTuber video. And specifically today is gonna be like how I get ready and how I prepare for a day of filming on the road. So it's all travel videos today. And I'm just gonna explain to you some of the process of me getting ready for a day of filming. So if you guys are interested, I really hope that you're subscribed and I hope that you keep watching. So, okay, I am gonna be putting on my makeup for the first few minutes of this video while I chat with you guys. Gonna take my glasses off. Today, I am filming 2 videos, well, technically 3 because I'm filming this one. So I'm filming 3 videos today, and one of them is gonna be this one, obviously. One of them is going to be a like what I eat in a day when I'm on the road or when I'm on a road trip. And one is gonna be a Vermont vlog. So today I am driving to Vermont and I'm gonna do my makeup while I chat. I'm just using this Nude Sticks foundation in the color Nude 2.5. Okay, so you might know that I'm staying in the Northeast for the winter, and about once a week or once every other week, I wanted to go on little day trips because in the Northeast, so many of the cities and towns are, you know, just within a few hours of each other. So I've known for the last couple weeks that I wanted to take a day trip to Vermont. I've only been to Vermont once. How has that happened? I have no idea. I grew up in the Northeast. I've literally only been to Vermont once, and it was like 4 years ago. And I went to Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine all in one trip. So I have been there, but I just wanted to go again, go to a different spot, explore a little bit. And so where is my concealer? Where are you? Oh, here. I'm gonna use this little Tarte Power Flex concealer in the color 14S. So yeah, to give you guys some like idea of how I might pick a place to travel, it totally depends. So like when I'm living in my car properly on the road, which I have done a lot over the last 10 years, right? I've lived in my car, slept in my car, driven around the country. When I'm doing that, I might have an idea in mind where I want to go. I generally will decide that based on the weather, or if I have a friend that I want to see or a restaurant that I want to go to. I've literally driven 6 hours each way to go to In-N-Out Burger before. And so all of that will kind of just depend. Sometimes I'll plan a little bit. Sometimes I'll just wake up one day and decide that morning where I want to go. This is the Pacifica powder. It's called like their mattifying powder, I think, that I just use a little bit like under my eyes and T-zone-ish. But the lighting is getting worse because the sun is moving. So let me move. And then, hold on a second. Here's behind the scenes, guys. One other thing. It is incredibly difficult to find a spot where I can film in the car because of the sun. Just letting you guys know. It's a very difficult thing. Hold on, let me just flip the car around. Look at that. That is so much better. Sorry, guys. See, and like sometimes I would just try to start the whole video over, but since A, I already started my makeup, and B, this is more of like a behind the scenes kind of video, I just want to show you that sometimes it's like, oh, this might be fine where I'm parked right now. And then the sun moves a centimeter and then I'm like, oh, never mind, it's horrible. So now the lighting's better. Let's get back to makeup. And yeah, hopefully this video is not too confusing. I feel like I'm already all over the place. But anyway, when I'm on the road, it totally depends on my mood. Sometimes I wake up and decide where I want to go. Sometimes I know my final destination, but I know I'm going to take 2 weeks to get there. So I'll kind of decide on the way where I'm going to go, stuff like that. But now that I'm staying in a house for the winter in the Northeast, my travel plans are a little bit different. And one of the reasons it's different is because it's winter in the Northeast. And as much as I'm okay in the cold, I run pretty warm, so I can kind of handle the cold pretty well. I still don't really want to be outside exploring when it's 30 degrees. That's just not my ideal, right? Will I do it? Sure. But do I love it? No. And so I still want to travel in the Northeast, show you guys cool things, and just me, myself, see some cool things that maybe I've never seen before. But I also want to make sure that it's like warm enough, and also in terms of traffic, like there's a lot of traffic in the Northeast, so literally leaving anywhere during rush hour or planning on driving anywhere during rush hour is a nightmare. So there's just a couple things that I think about before I'm going to plan a day trip. Again, it's a little bit different when I'm living in my car, living on the road, versus when I'm staying in one spot. But staying in one spot right now, basically the things that I really do care about are weather and like time of day because of rush hour traffic. And so I have known, I'm using the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil, eyebrow pencil in ash brown. Yeah, so I knew that I wanted to go to Vermont for the last few weeks, and I've been looking at weather, and honestly, it's been raining a lot around here. And so I didn't really want to go in the rain either because A, when I film in the car when it's raining, it's super loud, super, super loud. And so I didn't really want to deal with that. But also, if I'm going to be outside exploring, again, if I have to do it in the rain, it's not a big deal. But if I have a choice, I'd rather do it when it's not raining. And so I have kind of just been trying to figure out where it's not too cold, where it's not raining, and on a day also that just fits in with the rest of my schedule. But yeah, so I just decided that I wanted to go to Vermont today and explore. And I decided that I wanted to go to southern Vermont. And so literally, I just looked at a map, looked at southern Vermont, and just picked a town. The town that I decided on is called Bennington. I've never been there, I've never heard of it. But also, again, since I want to explore and I want to see what's going on, but also I want to show you what's going on, I really do want to just plan a tiny bit. A tiny bit. I know some people might want to plan every hour. I know some people might not even pick a town and just drive and see what happens. But for me, especially when I'm staying in a house, the type of day trips that I want to go on are going to have like 10% planning, basically. So I'm going to pick an area at least, and then maybe 1 or 2 things there that I want to check out. And so if you saw like my Albany vlog, from, you know, whatever, a couple months ago, that was very similar. I knew I wanted to go to Albany. I knew I wanted to check out this one park that I Googled, and I knew I wanted to check out the Capitol, and that was it. Anything else that I did there was just kind of up in the air, depending on when I got there, what I saw, what I was in the mood to do, whatever. And so it's kind of the same thing today with Vermont, where I looked at a map, I picked a town so that it would kind of make sense in terms of driving and stuff like that. And I looked up like, what does it do in this town? And one of the things that people really talked about were that they had covered bridges. And you guys know how much I love bridges. So I was like, yes, 100%. I want to film that, make that into a video, and I want to see it myself because I love bridges so much. And so yeah, I'm gonna go to Vermont and basically film a video of the bridges. And also my traveling is a lot different now. If you've been following me for a while, you might know that I used to go out to eat all the time when I traveled. It was one of my favorite things to do when I traveled. And I can't do that anymore because my diet's so strict. Because of the esophagus disorder that I have and some digestive issues that I have, I can't eat at restaurants anymore. And it's really a bummer. Like, I'm really glad that I feel a lot better than I did, but it still is a bummer because I used to love going out to eat. It was like one of my favorite parts of traveling. And also I don't drink coffee or anything like that. And so as much as a lot of people when they travel, again, I used to do this all the time, I'd go try a new restaurant, or some people might want to go to coffee shops and stuff. I don't really do that because of my diet and stuff. And so yeah, it's just people travel in such different ways, right? There's also a ton of people who always try to find a hike or something adventurous to do, you know? And I'm kind of in the middle where like I might find one thing that I want to do, whether it's a hike, something cool to look at, or in the past used to be a restaurant or whatever, and then the rest I just kind of leave up to what happens when I get there. So this mascara is a brand new one. I just got it. I haven't even tried it yet. It's the Ico Black Magic mascara. Oh, it's a curvy one, so maybe it'll curl my lashes. Oh wait, I have my eyelash curler. I have not curled my eyelashes in years, in probably like a year or two at least. But when Ulta and Sephora were having their sales in late November, I purchased a new eyelash curler so that I can get back into that. Anyway, okay, so going to Vermont and gonna do a little vlog there. So the other video that I'm going to record today is a what I eat in a day video. Again, I'm on a super strict diet. Sorry if this is like grossing anyone out, curling my eyelashes. Sorry. Hold on, I'm almost done. And this is just the Tarte eyelash curler. Yeah, so I wanted to do a what I eat in a day on the road video because I really wanted to show that it's possible to eat with a restricted diet on the road, that it's possible to eat with dietary restrictions, with food allergies, or just with a preferred diet. It's possible to do that on the road. It's also possible to eat healthy on the road. And so I like talking about that and showing you guys some of the food that I eat and stuff. And so I'm gonna make that into a video as well today. So one of the like planning things that I had to do with that was because I'm staying in a house, right? And because my diet's really restricted, right? And so I wanted to make sure that any food I had in the house that I would or could potentially eat on a road trip, I wanted to make sure that I brought it into my car. And so I do keep a lot of food in my car, like snacks that you will see if you watch that other video. But there were also just a couple things in the house that if I was living in my car, I would have in my car, but since I'm currently living in a house, I have in my house. For example, a protein bar, right? So I like to keep those in the car, but I just happen to have one in the house, and so I brought that with me in the car. and also my protein powder. So again, if I was living in my car or on the road for a long period of time, I would have my protein powder in the car. But since I'm in a house, it was in the house. So I just made sure to bring that with me too. So a little bit of the planning that went behind the what I eat in a day video that I'm gonna be recording is just making sure that any of the food in the house that I would eat on a road trip, that I just remember to bring. That's really it. So planning for that video was also pretty easy, just like planning for my Vermont video. All right, this mascara is pretty nice. It's kind of dry. Just to let you guys know, it's a drier mascara, so it's not really clumpy or anything. So the last thing that I really needed to do to plan for today was wake up early. I am driving probably a combined 8-ish hours today, combined there and back. And especially, again, the Northeast, well, I mean, a lot of places and a lot of cities, it's very difficult to drive in certain places during rush hour. There are literally places that you want to avoid if it's rush hour because it'll add an extra hour to your 5-mile trip, you know? And I'm gonna use this LYS cream bronzer in the color Motivate. Looks like this. So I knew that basically if I left the house any later than 7:15, I'd hit too much rush hour. And so I needed to make sure that I woke up really early today. And so I set my alarm for 5:45. I ended up actually waking up at around 6:15 and I just showered really, really quickly. I just packed up those couple things of food that I needed and grabbed my coat, grabbed my makeup and left. And so I woke up around 6:15, 6:20 maybe, and I was out of the house by 6:40, I think. So that's why I'm doing my makeup right now, because I did not want to waste even 10 minutes doing my makeup this morning. My makeup usually only takes me 5 or 10 minutes. It's a little bit longer now because I'm talking with you guys and stuff, but I did not even want to waste that 5-10 minutes because I knew I needed to leave so early. So that was another thing that was like getting ready. It was like I knew that I was just gonna get dressed and then leave because I did not want to waste the time doing my makeup at the house when I knew I was gonna stop and get gas and stuff in a couple hours anyway. So that's why I'm doing my makeup now. Like, as much as, again, like I don't plan too much, but there's a hair on my face. Get off, thank you. There are still just a lot of things to think about, right? And food is something to think about. Time, rush hour, what to wear because of the weather, all that kind of stuff is just things to think about. Is it overwhelming? No, it's just things to think about, you know? I'm just gonna put on this Ulta Beauty Velvet Matte Lip Crayon in Sunstone. Okay, so that's my makeup for the day. Now let's do my hair really quickly. Now to do my hair, you know that I got bangs recently maybe, but since I did not have time to like properly do my hair this morning, I'll probably put my bangs back. But also I do have this like portable hair straightener thing that I've never used. So let's try it. Turning it on so it heats up. It's just like a heated comb, but there's no cord or anything, so it's really good for like road trips. But yeah, let's see if I can somehow do my bangs with this. I doubt it. But so also I brought hair clips and stuff so I can just put my hair back if this does not work. But let's give this a minute to heat up. So yeah, if you want like more behind the scenes kind of videos, please let me know. Like, let me know if you have any like actual questions, anything that has to do with YouTube or behind the scenes or anything that has to do with this as a job in general. If you're kind of just curious, or if maybe you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, this actually works a lot better than I thought it was going to. Wow. Did this brush actually kind of work? I got this at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx or something. I mean, my bangs are like not exactly how I like them, but like they're not bad. This side, I have like a weird little something on this side of my hair that like my bangs always look a little different. They're always just a little bit trickier on this side, but that does not look bad. This is called the Unbound Petite Beauty in Motion. I don't know if one of those is a brand or what. I don't know, but it looks like this. If I can find it on Amazon or something, I have it linked below. Now I just shut it off. I'll wait for it to cool down before I put it away. Anyway, okay. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit of things that I think about on a filming day. So I really do think about weather. I think about traffic if I'm gonna be traveling somewhere dependent on traffic. And even how I packed my car. Literally, I'm just going on a day trip. I left again at like 6:40 this morning. I'll be back probably, I don't know, by 8 or 9, probably. And so literally for a day trip, all I packed, here, I'll show you that too. All I packed was my purse that has my wallet and some lip gloss in it, and my earbuds and a knife. That's about it that's in here. There's 8 lip glosses. And I packed my heavy coat that has the battery in it, just in case it's really cold out. Right now it's 43, but it's not very cold. It's not like a chill 43, it's just like a fine 43. But I do have this. I also, just in case I wanted different pictures or something, I brought another jacket just in case. I brought my makeup that you just saw me use. And then I also brought a couple books just in case I find a park bench and I want to sit outside for a little while, or just in case I need my brain to shut off for a second. And so I just want to sit in the car and read or something. I brought a couple books, and I have a seltzer water and the 1 or 2 snacks that I needed to bring from the house, but that's literally it. Everything else for my day trips or for traveling in general, I have in my car. So I have makeup wipes in my car just in case I need to take my makeup off. I have chapstick, I have hand cream, I have hand sanitizer, I have napkins, I have snacks, I have water, I have silverware, I have body wipes, I have deodorant, I have pillows and blankets and stuff just in case I do sleep in my car. I have everything to cover my windows just in case I sleep in my car. I have another North Face just in case I get really cold, even though I have my heated jacket, so I will be fine. I have my sleeping bag. I have more water. I have some Smarties. I love Smarties. I have dental floss. I have eyeglass wipes. I have pens. I have Sharpies. I have a personal alarm just in case. I have more knives. I have my power inverter just in case I need to charge something that uses a plug, but also I could go to a coffee shop or a library or something. And I have extra pairs of glasses. I have sunglasses. So most of those things I keep in my car, whether I'm living in my car or not, because I just really do like road trips and I like to be prepared. Even if I'm not necessarily on a road trip, but I might just be in my car out all day running errands or something, I like to have snacks in my car. I like to make sure my power inverter's in here, and body wipes, baby wipes, deodorant, all that kind of stuff. I like to make sure that's in here anyway, you know? Even if I wasn't going on road trips very often, I'd probably still keep deodorant and makeup wipes in the car. And so when I'm kind of packing for a day trip, I don't have to pack too much because I do keep a lot of that stuff in my car. And so yeah, just wanted to tell you guys some of that stuff. And so now I'm going to, I've been filming for a while. So now I'm going to film the intro and the first part for my What I Eat in a Day video. Then I'm going to get gas and get some potato chips because I don't have any of those. And then I am going to finish my drive, get to Vermont. So the rest of the day, I'm gonna film my Vermont vlog and film the bridges and whatever else I see, and also simultaneously film my What I Eat in a Day video. And then also do a little bit of behind the scenes in this video. So the rest of this video might just be a couple more minutes long, and I will show you just a couple more behind the scenes of what might happen when I'm filming by myself outside and traveling. You know, just in case you're curious how someone might film by themselves while they're traveling, or even take pictures by themselves, maybe I'll do some behind the scenes on that as well. But for now, I gotta go film that video and finally have my breakfast because I'm a little hungry. So, all right, cool. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I just stopped at this little like pull-off to record for like the main Vermont footage. But right now I wanted to get some like B-roll and potentially take some footage to take screenshots of, because, okay, there are definitely ways to set timers or to use your watch to take pictures on your phone. However, also sometimes I will just take video footage and pose a little bit. Not like that, but I will pose a little bit and then I will just take screenshots of the footage. Is the quality as good? No, but for what I use them for, it's totally fine. And so right now, I just set up my camera just on this little like ledge thing that you're at, just so I can kind of pose a little bit and hopefully get a screenshot or two that I can use for my Instagram or even for a thumbnail or something like that. So a little behind the scenes on, yes, there definitely are ways to use timers to take pictures if you're traveling alone, and or to use your watch if you have an Apple Watch. But this is just how I do it sometimes, because then I have a ton of different poses to choose from. And they're all ridiculous. I don't actually really pose like that. I feel so weird getting my picture taken, which is so silly because I'm on camera all the time and I feel super comfortable being on camera, but there's something about getting my picture taken that I always feel like, what do I do with my hands? Like, I feel really awkward sometimes. So also, I'm on a main highway, so there are cars. So also sometimes just being in a video and like being able to just kind of like move around a little bit and potentially get a good frame where I can take a screenshot is just sometimes a little easier for me. My keys are in my pocket. Is it making like a weird, let me put them in my back pocket, hold on. All right, so also I can't really see because it's like dark. highway. It's also windy. I can't. I have no idea how to pose. It always makes me feel so awkward. All right. My little car and my bangs, you guys. Bangs in the wind is it's something else. It's something else. Let me tell you. Oh, P.S. just in case you did not watch my Vermont vlog where I show more driving footage and like outside stuff, let me show you really quickly what I'm looking at. This is why I pulled off and parked for a second, because look how pretty that view is. And yes, it's 45 degrees out, but I'm just wearing this shirt. I have my coat in the car. All right, should I get any different like angles? Like, all right. Oh, and generally, duh, that's why it was dark before. You generally want the sun behind the camera if you can, or to a side or something. So if the sun is behind me, it's not as good, so. All right, so let's do it this way a little bit. No car in the picture, but I hope I got one picture. I mean, I hope I got like 10, but I hope I got at least one. All right, let's head to Vermont. Almost there. Hey guys, I just got to Vermont. It's a little bit afternoon, and the first thing that I wanted to do was use the restroom. When I stopped before to do my makeup and do the first part of this video, I stopped to get gas as well and use the restroom there. But I also know when I'm on the road, knowing where a restroom is very important to me. And so the main places that if I'm on the road, I don't know where I am, I'm going somewhere new, or I'm just driving somewhere, I always know that I can trust Target, Walmart, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, places like that, and truck stops like Pilot, Flying J, Love's, or any like really big gas station generally will have really nice bathrooms. And so when I'm going to like an actual city, some of those places might be harder to find, or they might not have public bathrooms. But when I'm kind of like in the suburbs or in more rural areas, if there's a Walmart or a truck stop, that's generally where I will stop to use the restroom. And so I knew that when I got to Vermont, I was gonna wanna use the restroom before I kind of explored a little bit. And so I found a Walmart, gonna stop here, literally just gonna use the restroom and then come back to my car, drive back downtown, and then start recording for the actual Vermont video. So I know that I am telling you guys a bunch of stuff and you might be like, wait, but I wanna see more of Vermont. I wanna see more of like what you're actually talking about. I'll have that video linked like up here where you will be able to actually see that video. So it'll kind of, I mean, I think maybe it'll be cool to watch that video and then watch this video, or watch this video and then watch that video, because it will just be like, oh wait, Katie was just there. Oh, okay, she used the restroom right before that. Or like, oh, that's where she went here, or whatever. Maybe it'll just help with some like the little behind the scenes and answering some questions or some things that you might always be curious about when I'm doing my travel vlogs. You might be like, Katie, where do you use the restroom? Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx, gas stations generally is where I use the restroom. And there are definitely other places that have public restrooms, like some bookstores might, or some little general stores might, or if you're going to a restaurant, always use the bathroom if you're going to a restaurant or a bar or a coffee shop. But also, I'm about to go downtown somewhere, and sometimes when you go downtown somewhere, there are no public restrooms at the little shops. So I just know that a place like Walmart is safe, and so that's where I stopped. So I'm gonna use the restroom and then put on one of my coats and then just explore Vermont a little bit. I'm really excited. It's again a little afternoon, and it'll start getting dark in probably about 3.5 or 4 hours. So I definitely have some time to be outside. It's super cloudy, which is actually really good for filming. I think at least how I film with just my GoPro. When it's cloudy, it's actually better for me because there's fewer shadows and fewer glares and stuff. And so like, see how this lighting is really nice? It's because it's cloudy out. So anyway, cool. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so one more little behind the scenes tip that I do when I drive literally anywhere new, or anywhere that's kind of far, or anywhere that might have alternative paths or anything like that. I always take a screenshot of the map, of the actual map, like the little blue line that says from here to there, wherever I'm going. And also I take a screenshot of the written out directions just in case. And literally where I am right now in Bennington, Vermont, it's very, very patchy cell phone service. And so right now I know that I wanna go to some covered bridges, which again, I'll show you in the other video. And I just literally know that where I am right now, which is downtown, to the covered bridges, there is going to potentially not be any service. And so I already looked up the bridges and I took screenshots of where they are and directions to each one, and then even directions from each one to the other ones, because they're all just within a couple minutes of each other. But yeah, if you're going anywhere new or anywhere where the directions might change because of traffic or something like that, just make sure that you take a screenshot of your directions just in case, or have a physical map on you or something like that. But that's like a tip, like I always do that just in case. So, all right, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys next time I have a little idea or a little behind the scenes tip or anything like that. All right, bye guys. Oh, I literally did not even get out of my car yet. I put my purse on and I was like, wait, I had something else to say. Also, I always take a screenshot of where I'm parked. Literally just on my map, I like kind of zoom in to where I'm parked and I take a screenshot, making sure that I can see like the street names and potentially like the name of a nearby restaurant or something like that too. All right, that's it, bye. Behind the scenes, behind the scenes. Okay, so I'm at one of the bridges, sneak peek. I'm at one of the little covered bridges, and I wanted to take a couple photos. And again, sometimes, usually, I will just take a video and kind of take some screenshots from the video, but also I can be on my phone and just go on the picture thing and then hit this little arrow right here and go down and click this. And you can do either a 3-second or a 10-second timer. So I can just do a 3-second timer, click that. And then after 3 seconds, it takes a picture. See? So I'm just doing some of this, and then I'm gonna go to the other bridges. All right, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed kind of hanging out with me and learning a little bit more about behind the scenes of my YouTube channel. I really hope that you guys liked this video. Please let me know in the comments any other like behind the scenes stuff that you might wanna see. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I love you, Jesus loves you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.